get right back to it then. Hello Twitch and YouTube once again. Technical difficulties. Stream is back up. We are back to Jak and Daxter.
Honestly, like, Guys of Rock, what was it? It's the two guys who are back in the corner here.
Oh, yeah.
The miners. I love that. Just the...
That happens all the time. I just gotta let you know that I am not good at this game. I've just played it a lot. Evidence. These guys?
Yeah.
Bird brain and flame head.
I think as a kid I always felt bad for the for the tall guy, because he was just treated so mean.
Yeah, man, that guy's really mean. I think that they are great characters, though. But still, don't be bullies, guys.
Oh yeah.
A little panic jump there while my.
I died so many times there. Like, I mean, trying to go down to the spider caves and just getting really mad and stressed out. You know, the more stressed out you get, the less well you play. So I just like start and go, and then I couldn't even make it to the cave because I just fell into the lava.
And stuff like that happens because,
yeah,
you know, this is the first game in the series, and it's a PlayStation 2 game. It's the limitations of the hardware. You know, as a kid, you'd go, "Aw, man, that sucks," but you didn't, like, get angry about it.
Speak for yourself. I think I cried a couple times over this game.
And that will happen
that box
sometimes.
up there.
Yeah, man, I don't know how to do that.
What I did is there's a way you can super jump. It's like a roll jump. It's like a roll punch jump or something. It's a roll jump. So you roll and then you leap from it and then you jump straight up with the crouch jump.
And then you jump straight up with the crouch jump.
Yeah. So it'd be like you're going forward, you roll, and then you jump from that roll, and then you do a crouch jump. I don't know how I figured it out myself. Yeah, something like that.
Nani? Okay, alright. No, that's just perfect. I mean, that's faster than everything that I've done.
Oh. Dude, I exclusively roll jumped to get around. Just like every game from this era. Like, if you wanted to get around fast, you just gotta spam, like, the roll.
That's true. Looking at you, Ocarina of Time. C camera side jump for the win.
That sounds about right.
There it is.
And I think another thing is getting lost in your constantly. Oh, and especially that crate for the precursor orbs, the eggs. Going and getting the power shot, the yellow eco, and then like running back as fast as you can to shoot that crate so you can get the precursor eggs. I mean, like, so many tries. It took me so many tries. You have to do the roll jump thing the entire time you get it.
Like, one of the good things about this game is the challenge progression.
Right there.
A little
always thought the little telescoping thing was really cool.
Yeah, it's his goggles.
Yeah.
I like...
You know what? Actually, I never put that together.
I know that there's no animation for it, but
I guarantee that's what it is.
at some point in the game it does explicitly state that it's his goggles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the... Oh, shit.
Yeah, there's so many lore videos on Jak and Daxter. Like, there's like iceberg videos and stuff.
You know,
Yeah, you'll
I
have
don't
to
think
get-
I've ever watched like a Jak and Daxter iceberg video.
Oh.
I should.
Listen, like, they are so there's so much research that goes into it. Like, they're like, oh yeah, you gotta get the if you look at the special release edition only in Japan, you know, half a year after it was released, there was only 5 copies made. In the special manual included, it states that, you know, there's like stuff like that.
I bet 90% of these videos are made using Wikipedia. And if anybody is watching this now or in the future and thinks I should donate to this person, donate to Wikipedia first. Whatever the Twitch thing is, don't give it to me. Give it to Wikipedia, please. They need that.
I don't know if you'll make this one.
You're darn right. You're darn tootin'.
Man, I can't wait to backseat game this entire thing.
Like, do you use this yellow eco?
Yes, you definitely use the yellow eco. Usually what I did was I roll jumped off of that cliff as close as possible. A lot of times I'd fall in the dark eco, but if you hit it right, you can just launch yourself right to the, like, right past it, and then you just keep roll jumping.
So like right here.
No. Like, I'd roll jump through the eco onto the ground.
Like right there.
Yeah, that in that direction. And if you can, like, well, you'll have to figure it out, but you have to miss the dark eco somehow. I don't know if you can actually make it all the way across, or if you have to land on the ground first.
Alright. Yeah. Let's let him take a couple of breaths. Big breath. Alright, here we go. I love that.
That's the rest. Oh, and all the idle animations.
Simon, tell me how many times you've seen this animation. And he stands back to standing. How many times do you see him just straighten up like that?
Oh gosh, I didn't even notice that. With the leg?
Yeah, and he comes back to a standing position.
Well, usually I'm always moving afterwards, so no,
Right?
yeah. Nice attention to detail. Nice catch.
That's one of my favorite things to do about these old games, you know, as they were, is like, they include these little moments where he stops, he shuffles his feet as if he's thinking on what to do next. And like, you don't notice it in the moment, but it just makes the whole experience feel like sometimes you can take a breath of fresh air and think about the problem.
Yeah, I think a big part of this game is appreciating the aesthetic, I suppose. Like, enjoying the animations, enjoying the, these small, really beautiful areas. And that is what always got me frustrated. The spawn areas.
Spit me out right here.
Yeah.
I bet speedrunners love that, because they can do that in one shot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing that I'm going to be doing on occasion is, I like finding glitches, especially the ones that slow me down, and I go speedrunners take note.
You know, I heard there was a way to completely take yourself to the, I think it's all the way to the volcanic crater right here. And you only have to have like a couple power cells, like it's like not much, but you can kind of cheese your way through that first power cell barrier.
Yeah, it's like, you just have to hop on the invisible floor around the outside of the no-clip zone of the lava chamber. For people who don't speak speedrunner, you have to find a way to push yourself outside of the physical walls, and you can grab on to the edges of things in this game, certain things, and there's a part of the ground that you can grab onto, but it's invisible, and some absolute mad lad of a Chad, figured out the way to ledge hop, jump from the grab animation to the grab animation the whole way without falling. Typically, you need to complete at least 75 to 80% of this game in order to beat it, but that allows you to beat the game by beating only 22% of the game.
It's pretty amazing.
It takes a long time, so it's not really a speed run as much as it is a run where people try to have no items.
Yeah, I didn't really know that. I thought it was a speedrun strat.
It's a speedrun strat for the lowest completion percent.
Oh. So try and stand back and roll jump through it instead of walking up to it and then trying to roll jump, because Jak does that power up animation if you walk through it first. So there you go.
Okay.
And if you can make that, then you can keep roll jumping. But the other side might be worth a try. I've never done it from that side before. Also, if you do the tall jump, you can grab onto those ledges instead of going up the little spider web thing.
Just the max height double jump?
Yep. That's all you got to do to get to that first part. I learned that, of course, by dying so many times and getting frustrated.
Oh yeah, this feels like after school at 3 p.m. and your friends come over, like, off the bus with you, and you're just playing a game together.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, alright, so I gotta do this. I heard about it from my older brother.
Big brother internet.
He heard it from this guy who he met at a party who said he was in college. Alright, here we go.
Oh sweet, this is looking good. This is looking good. Yeah. Yeah. Now put on those goggles. Go!
Right.
Oh, it's so close. You got it.
I have the technique down. It's that roll jump through to
The other ledge.
oh my gosh. By the way, thanks people for watching the first 15 minutes of the stream after it cut out. And I'm still on this one thing.
Jak and Daxter gets hard.
Oh man, you told me I didn't need the web.
Go ahead and try it out. So try that ledge right there. Just do the tall jump. No, the crouch. Or not. Maybe I was wrong. I think there was maybe that one. I don't know. You're already at the web anyways at that point, so.
I can do that one. I mean, and fall off. Simon, I was in the part of the cave where you have to go through the Plinko machine on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
And I could not for the life of me figure out that you just had to stand still while it launched you.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, Chell, now imagine that your mom is calling you down for dinner right now. And, you know, let's run through that scenario, right? So, I'll be your mom, and you be you as a 6-year-old playing Jak and Daxter right now.
Okay.
At this point. Honey, dinner's ready. Come down.
You're gonna need to throw a little Australian accent on that.
Honey, time for dinner. That's not good. That's not good. What is it? What is even an Australian accent? Can I get an example?
Yeah, absolutely. Not so fast, Yankee Doodle.
Okay.
Please tell me you've seen that animation.
It rings a bell. Is it a TF2 animation?
Maybe. It's, like, styled as an old 80s cartoon.
Oh, is that Lyle Rath's, one?
Perchance.
Where it's, America versus Australia, man?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is such a great video. I love it so much.
It's like... Oh, jeez.
I just like the part where it's he has the boomerang and
he puts the boxing glove
America
on it.
Man has, you know, pulls out, he's like, I know just what to do to defeat this, and he pulls out a gun, and Australia Man admits defeat immediately. It's also very topical because of the fact that the kangaroos were going to be used to steal all of America's water, you know, while Australia was having that wildfire. Oh, did you get it? Oh, there we go.
I had to hear about my native land being in danger.
Yeah, to really pump up that Jak and Daxter skill.
I'm not sure if you saw that 96. Just to run through it really quick, I've got everything.
Oh, wow. Okay, so now it's just the final. Oh, wow.
Wait.
Oh, do we
Oh, yeah.
not have all
Yeah.
the fingers through?
I did.
Okay,
The mountain
awesome.
pass. By the
So
way,
now it's at the final area, right?
yeah.
Great.
I think it's protect Farthy's snacks where you stand and shoot at all the rats.
Oh, gosh, that was honestly, that was one of the most gratifying things as a kid, because it wasn't like overly hard, but it still took me a couple tries to where it wasn't frustrating.
Yeah, I could, I think I lost to that probably 4 times.
Yeah, I think I'm about right there with you.
The fishing mini game, I would intentionally lose just so that I could play it again, since you can't play it once you complete it.
Not me. I literally cried over how bad I was at that.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I remember I'd get so close, and when he'd be like, "Oh, he's ruined the whole batch," and the audio clips because, you know, the music wasn't synced right, and it would be like the failure sound, the I like it would. I'd have the volume turned up too loud because I couldn't hear the dialogue, and then the fisherman's failure it just like blasted my ears out. So I get like I got like I felt it personally. I took it personally, really.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Is that like the trauma for you? Is that the
Oh
moment?
yes. Honestly, just like worse than any form of trauma there could ever be. Just the fisherman. Yeah, no. I'm good.
So my theory right now, standing theory, is that they made Gol and Maia's citadel first, and then they made the water temple level.
That is a
It's about
very
time you two
interesting
decided to show
theory.
up.
I mean,
Nice to see you, too.
well,
Do they have you mopping
They
the floors
reuse
now?
a lot of the
There's no
laser
time for jokes,
and
Daxter.
wall.
Gol and Maia kidnapped us to sap our energies to
well,
power their
yeah,
abominable
and I guess
machine.
maybe
It
they
appears
designed the
they have
final
combined
boss
the
first,
functional
and
remains of a
because the water
precursor robot
temple
with scavenged
is all
artifacts from
precursor,
across
of
the
course,
land.
but Gol and Maya
Then they added a few
is
diabolical
precursor and
additions of their
lurker
own,
tech.
creating the one thing capable of opening the Dark Eagle's silos. If you can free the four of us, we can use our combined powers to break the force shield surrounding the robot before they use it to destroy the world.
I just detected a flaw in the story. Daxter would have come up with a quip.
Daxter would have quipped quite viciously at that moment. Gosh. I think, honestly, the, spoiler for the next 10 seconds, if you haven't played the rest of the games, where that moment where it was revealed about Daxter just being warped by the Dark Ego to become the precursors, that was so gratifying. Okay, spoiler over.
Spoiler indeed. Nani?
Playing through the rest of the games.
I am intending on it.
Well, forget I said that.
I will. I'll do my best. When it comes up, I'll go, I'm so shocked.
I'm sorry that I ruined that for you. For some reason, I thought you played the rest of the games.
It's been my intention to, though.
Oh, okay.
But you know, it's just a game.
Well, there is plenty more to discover.
I'm gonna 100% it regardless. Even if,
I cannot believe that is an ambition of yours, because 100%ing the other Jak and Daxter games is very different than 100%ing this, because this is all like exploratory, and yeah, it's all exploratory. I wouldn't call it fetch quests, but it's always find the thing, find the extra things. But for the other Jak and Daxter games, there's a lot of there's a few time trials, kind of like when you're in the basin and you have to fly through the rings.
Yeah. Oh man, the rings.
Yeah, that's probably one of the hardest ones that I never got when I was a kid.
I have to start all the way over from here. Oh gosh. This is in fact the last level in the game. Gotta remember that.
Oh, you're gonna get to a point. Have you actually played through to the end of this?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
you
did
know
as a
about
kid. Like I know the final boss and
No, I just meant the room with the blue eco. That's probably the worst room for me.
I think you gotta free all 4 sages.
Oh,
Right? Is this
not before the blue eco room. The one where there's a bunch of moving pads that you have to jump onto while being powered by Blue Ego.
Like this?
Yes, like you're being powered like that, but there's just like a room that has a bunch of, you know, the launch pads?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see me just clip through that platform?
Yeah, I am very bad.
Speedrunners,
Watch
take
out.
note.
Ooh, and get those precursor orbs. I mean, eggs. You have to be powered the whole way through.
Oh, man.
Make it back. Awesome. That was a pro move. You gotta delay yourself in the air a little bit.
I gotta tell you, I am in fact a pro gamer.
In fact, a pro Jak and Daxter. I've dedicated my entire life to Jak.
But I did not die.
Amazing.
And I just did that thing where I play while it's like on the Twitch screen and not on the actual game screen, so I fell
So
anyways.
you saw that nice delay.
Yeah. I did the fishing mini game like that while I was streaming.
Goodness.
And I gotta tell you, going back to regular speed was like getting a superpower. I should be back up, by the way.
Oh yeah, I do see it.
I don't know how that connection issue went, but, you know, we back. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this should be good. I can
Oi,
feel
honey,
it.
you going cheeky Nando's on that Jak and Daxter game, right?
You bloody cunt.
Lie. No, I can't do it.
No!
Oh! Unfortunate.
Chill, you
That was you
wanker.
falling into the kitchen to eat your lasagna casserole.
Chill, you bloody wanker. Come get up out of this beans in a can and Vegemite toast. Fun fact, I did actually eat Vegemite toast as a kid.
How was it? I always wanted to try Vegemite because it is a beer product. You know. Love that.
Vegemite is like...
It's the yeast. It is the yeast at the bottom of the brewing barrel that they have turned into a paste. It's already a paste. But I'm sure they process it in some way.
I'm getting the angry Jak and Daxter platforming moment.
Yes, I mean that is literally what I was talking about earlier in Geyser Rock.
But yeah, okay. So Vegemite is kind of like eating a syrup that isn't sweet.
Savory syrup, right?
Savory syrup is a great way to put it. It's like gravy syrup.
Gravy syrup. So does it taste meaty, or is it just like, or is it more, gosh,
So,
I mean,
with Vegemite, you don't want it too thick, like cream cheese, for example, or you know, you do not want to see teeth marks in the Vegemite. You can.
so it can't be like peanut butter.
Yeah, it is not a peanut butter. This is like that thin layer of butter that you spread on your bread before you put something else on top of the butter.
Okay. You know what? I think we should have a Vegemite special where you play Jak and Daxter while also having to eat spoonfuls. Like, I'll feed you spoonfuls of Vegemite. Oh my gosh, I hate that.
Oh man. Spoonfuls of Vegemite would be...
Just,
you would kill me.
I mean, honestly, I feel like it should be like a punishment every time you die. Like right now, I would just put a big spoonful of Vegemite in your mouth.
I would never move until I was absolutely certain of my movement.
You know, honestly, that should be a new speed run. Like an official speed run.
Vegemite Batsu game.
Yeah. Vegemite Batsu speed run, where I mean, literally, just every time you die,
Just
a
like that.
heaping spoonful of Vegemite.
Just like that, and that's another spoonful. I would get that poisoning that you get from sodium, and I would die.
Oh yeah, that is a thing. Vegemite's very high in salt, isn't it?
Vegemite is MSG.
Oh, you
It
know
is
what?
MSG paste.
MSG. You know, I feel like MSG has a bad rap.
Yeah, MSG absolutely has a bad rap, and it's because of, specifically, Asian phobia here in the United States. And the reason why you know that's true is because MSG is in almost every single McDonald's and Burger King product, and nobody has said anything ever once about it.
Well, you know, because I mean, it's always like I remember that there's a hibachi in our hometown,
Oh,
and
yeah.
all of our friends, you know, every time we went there, it was like, you know, that they put a thing in the food to make you feel full before you're actually.
To be fair, and not to be fair, but to be fair, I would like it to be stated on the record that these are the same people who told me that because I drove a Prius, I was killing the polar bears. They pulled up to me in like an orange Mustang at a stoplight and said, "Did you know your car is killing the polar bears?"
You're talking about people who live here, or are you talking about somebody you knew?
I am talking about people from our high school, and to be fair, these are people who look like they were native to the area. That is to say, all of their family members, aunts, uncles, and grandmas live in the same postal code.
And so these high schoolers, or fresh out of, well, it's been about 5 years at this point.
Yeah, at this
When
point...
did this happen? So was this orange Mustang a gift, or or is something that you think they paid for with like a high-paying job?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure this is like construction after school money.
Yeah. Well, you'd be surprised. There's a lot of overtime in that, and a lot of guys where I work, they'll get their, you know, sign-on bonus and their paycheck right out of high school, and they will buy, like, I knew one guy bought a brand new, at the time, 2020 Toyota Tacoma with like the whole package on it, and they were paying like, you know, $500 a month, which they could afford because they were living with 2 roommates. But it was just, you know, some people get into a bit of money because of construction. I mean, you worked as a carpenter, right?
I did work as a carpenter. And not only that, but I am fully in support of any and all workers, especially in highly skilled trade jobs.
Trades, gotta love them. Yes. Gotta love that sound.
I didn't realize that you had to punch those things for like ages, and he was just yelling at me.
Good work, fellows.
But yeah,
Samus was right
hold on,
about
let's
you.
listen to this dialogue.
Wait, piles of precursor metal! That insidious mechanical creation must not be allowed to wreak its terrible havoc! I will try to actuate the shield door by eliciting a conduit of energy between myself and the vast portal below!
Yeah, you do that. We'll, just go find more help. Weirdo!
Let it be stated that my dear old friend Simon here and I play in a Dungeons and Dragons game, and this is almost exactly his character.
Oh yeah, that's basically it. But okay, you know, that is really bad because I was about to say, am I the only one really disappointed in the Blue Sage, the Blue Eco Sage? Because when I met the Blue Eco Sage, I was like, I met Samus and the Red Eco Sage, and you know, and I was like, oh, these guys are so cool, you know. But the Blue Eco Sage, I did not like that.
You have to keep in mind that this is a man who lives off the water, like on a coast, right? And I'm not saying nothing about like his bonsai skills or his ability to study an underwater dark eco research facility, or like understatements of his intellect. But this dude strikes me as like the biggest pot smoker.
Oh. Yeah.
And he has been in a cage for the last like 8 days, and he's currently unable to tweak right now. And it's really tweaking him out.
We'll give him back. This is the room I was talking about, by the way.
Oh man, I spent so much time looking for. Alright, I spent so much time trying to land on those Plinko poles that I actually did it a few times.
Okay, like, I really want to see this because I never once even considered that. But you're talking about those big old poles with the eye-looking things on them, right?
No. In the place.
Oh, you're
in
I know what
the
you're
the underground bit. You know, I
Yeah.
didn't mean to jump from that.
You know, usually I went through this, collected all the eggs, and then finished it because it's like, you know, you gotta give yourself a little bit of leeway.
I'm willing to bet that they made it possible to finish it. If you lose your ego, you can do it platform to platform.
Yeah. But also, if you do that, you won't be able to get the eggs at the end. You gotta do it as fast as possible to activate the eco thing at the end. So you'll need to redo it.
I understand now. That was a tactical death. That's what they call a speedrunning strat. For all of you speedrunners in the chat there, they call that the death skip. It's where you die in order to try to get a better score.
Well, actually, that's a thing you can do in Jak and Daxter, as we saw earlier in reverse, where you died and spawned further back. There are points in Jak and Daxter where you can die and spawn further forward. I, of course, discovered it by accident when I was a kid and never recreated it, unfortunately. But I just know it's possible. Oh, great to get the eggs.
Well, I mean, you know, you could also just grab that and run back through.
For sure.
So I needn't have died there. It's okay.
Unfortunate.
Who would have thought I'd live to see the
I'm
day
here
when
to
I
sabotage you,
be
actually. I
rescued by
don't want you to
a
speedrun
boy and
this.
his
I think this is the
muskrat?
coolest guy, just
I'm gonna
because
give
he
Gol and
has,
Maia
of
a
course, the
little
huge backpack
payback for this
with the big
embarrassment.
old gun.
Then we'll see about cooking up some muskrat stew.
I love any character that's not, like, immediately super proper, you know?
Oh, yes.
And this, like, you know, kind of gives me, like, the swamp dweller is his kid vibes.
Well, because he's the sage of Yellow Eco, and that's the one for the swamp, right?
I think the yellow eco reactor is in the volcano.
Oh shoot! You know what? You're right, because the Yellow Eco first appears in the swamp when you fight those rats and the bats. But that's Blue Sage territory.
It's the blue sage in the mountains.
The Blue Sage is the one in that beautiful bonsai oceanside, but also the whole domain for the Blue Sage is partly in the swamp.
You all have heard it here first from the Jak and Daxter expert. The person who has perfected this game on every save state.
It's a labor of love, really.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but the only reason why you did it is because I said I was going to do it.
I was on my last one when you said you were going to do it. I finished out my last one because you said you were going to do it.
Even when I said that unprompted, like,
Yeah.
what?
I remember you said it to me, and I was like, no way. Did you know? Because you were saying I'm about to 100% Jak and Daxter, and I said, oh yeah, you know what? I have 3 out of my 4 saves 100%. And then you said specifically to spite me, you were going to do it as well before I did.
Obviously,
Unfortunately, I don't think that came to fruition, but
well, as dedicated viewers might know, I'm a dirty, filthy liar.
you know, as a friend and player of the D&D campaign that Shell has so graciously blessed upon me, I can verify that Shell is a dirty liar and tries to trick us at every turn and drops boulders on us at all times. Just
you know,
at,
rocks
like if it's
fall,
not
we
going
die.
Shell's way, I mean they will like cross their arms and they'll have like really big pouty lips and they will they'll say spanking time for my little babies and they will of course drop rocks on us.
Yeah.
Very embarrassing.
It is very petulant behavior. I am acting out of spite, in anger, and sometimes I don't even give a fuck.
Just
I have to let you know, Simon, that rocks fall and your character has died in between games. Very tragic.
but what if we consider the fact that I helped you out with that one yellow eco in the caves to get that last power cell?
I guess the rocks fall on you and
Right.
bounce off a little bit. You know?
Bounce off a little bit. Okay, all right. I'll accept that.
Since you are made entirely of rubber now.
So I'm Luffy. I don't watch the show, but I'm a pirate guy.
From Nun Piece, the
Nun Piece.
super popular show where a woman in a habit travels around the world beating up pirates and instilling in them the love of God and Christ.
I think we might be mixing up our shows, but you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and say yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this hallway. Oh my goodness.
You got company, Jack! Lots of lurkers!
You don't say.
You know what? That's another thing that I really miss about these older games is they're not afraid to spam their audio. I mean, just the sheer amount of noise coming from them is definitely.
Simon, I think we've known for a long time that loud equals funny.
Loud equals funny. Care to test that out, Shell? Because I'm not gonna do it.
Step into the light!
No. We don't know how to.
Unfortunately, John Loudon has not invented loud yet.
Yeah, it's all John Loudon's fault. Thanks to Thomas running for inventing running.
Yeah.
Now I get fat if I don't do it.
Thomas running invented running. Tried to walk twice. You know what? We're not getting enough. We're not getting enough well-deserved credit for inventing Jak and Daxter. When we tried to play Jak and Daxter. Right. One person streaming. I mean, of course, this has never been done before, where one person streams and the other commentates.
Yeah, we are the first people. I think similar to like the way that people make radio broadcasts.
Let's get going!
But because we are together, like two peas in a pod, we should call it a pea-cast.
A peacat, a peapod of sorts.
Yeah, like a peapod. The very famous pea-cast, we invented it here first.
The iconic peacast.
You know what we call this? 3 of 4 sages.
Oh my goodness gracious.
You finally come to rescue.
Chell, if Samos the Sage, if you could meet Samos the Sage in real life, would you?
What are your
Yeah,
names?
sure.
I'm Daxter.
Would you work for Samos
Good
the Sage?
job, Daxter. You're a real
You
hero.
know, probably.
You've got to stop Gol from launching.
I feel like... Okay, what if
My
Samos the
ego.
Sage treated you like Daxter?
Open the shield door.
Okay. Before anything, I would just like
Let's
to
go
point
climb
out
up those platforms!
that Jack indeed has an uncle and no parents, and nobody ever talks about his parents ever. So I'm going under the assumption that since we don't hear anything from Daxter either about parents or any potential family members, that both of these people are orphans without a choice. And
Actually,
Samos
that is
just,
a very good question.
I think Samos is just the orphan keeper, you know?
So no spoilers, but it is addressed by the games about Jack's lineage in the future, but it never addresses Daxter's. That is a very interesting. I've never thought about it.
At a bare minimum scenario, if Daxter is like right there, how do I get up there? Oh, yeah, that's right. I I gotta climb up.
Yeah, climb the whole thing, yeah.
Uh,
I can't remember. This part always made me mad because you know, either there was some eggs up there that I didn't get, or you know, I couldn't figure out how to get up at half the time. Also, I do want to point out this stage is probably the most aesthetically weak.
bleak.
Yeah, it's I like every stage has a solid theme that looks amazing. And this one is like a hodgepodge thrown together, but that might be the point. So maybe I'm wrong in saying that it's the settings thematically weakest.
I would say that the setting feels empty, but I do believe that's the intention, because the boss fight against this thing has you all the way up at the top.
That's very
And
true.
you're like looking out over the forest, so I feel like this is like a silo that goes deep into the earth. My
Yes.
personal headcanon is that Jak and Daxter is on Earth, and Jak and Daxter are like survivors in a post-nuclear like landscape.
Well, how would that work with the precursor artifacts just sitting in the ground?
We are the precursors.
Oh, that actually is a pretty good theory.
Yeah, you know, just a silly little theory, but you know, I think the nuclear waste turns into like this, like dark eco is a combination of nuclear waste and plastic compressed back into coal and oil.
Do you think the designers of the game had like that kind of message in mind, of specifically environmental issues? Or,
Can we get a fact check to see where Jak and Daxter was made?
let me check it out. Because it's Naughty Dog Studios. I don't know where they're based.
Because my only two theories on Naughty Dog Studios' location is Japan and America, simply because these are places that produce video games.
Jak and Daxter is a video game franchise created by Andy Gavin and Jason Rubin, and owned by Sony Interactive Entertainment. Developed by Naughty Dog, and let's see. With a number of installments being outsourced to Ready at Dawn and High Impact Games. The first game, Jak and Daxter Precursor Legacy, released December 3rd, 2001. Okay, well, it looks like, of course, it's made by Naughty Dog. And Naughty Dog is an American first-party video game developer based in Santa Monica, California.
Okay. So, I think people in Santa Monica, California, see a very heavily Asian-inspired area, as people in California are wont to do in their giant state. And, you know, that combined with nuclear weapons testing nearby, and...
You want me to look up the demographics of Santa Monica?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, so, of course, let's see, 75% white, 10% Asian, and then, it classifies the, let's see, 2 or more races, 5.88%, and African American, 4.48%.
Can we see what the population of Santa Monica is?
Oh, total population?
Yeah.
Total population. For 20, they have it up to 2019. It looks like. Oh, it's on a decline now. That would be 91,000. That doesn't seem right. Santa Monica. Yeah, 91,000. I kind of expected.
Is this like not Santa Fe?
Oh,
This is
you know
Santa
what?
Monica.
Santa Monica. You know what? I'm probably looking at the wrong thing because it's just a subsection of Los Angeles.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Let me look at this again. Santa Monica, California. Nope. Yeah. Santa Monica is literally just a little square on the corner of Los Angeles. It's the Santa Monica Pier is that famous pier in California. Oh, it's what the Grand Theft Auto pier is based
I
on.
have been to the Santa Monica Pier
Oh, you have?
in
What?
person.
Tell
I
me
took a
about that.
really great photo, actually. There was this RV, and the RV was completely painted metallic gold, and it was, like, the... what was it? It was like the Weed Caravan or something in big calligraphy text on the side of it. And it had like tricked out vents and like it just looked so cool and it was shining there on the beach and oh. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
And it looks like I can be heard on Twitch, but it looks like the game is paused. Luckily, I'm not in the middle of doing anything like fighting the final boss.
Well, that does not happen.
I'm so glad that happened now and not in just a few moments. Here we go.
I was just saying I would love to visit California. Just to see the mountains and the ocean. Maybe go fishing, maybe do a little diving. That'd be great.
What am I thinking of? I'm having like a brain fart because I can't see geography in my mind. But there is... Hold on. Let's do this first. I'll talk about it while I'm fighting so I can blame my loss on something.
Good work, boys. You're real heroes now. I'll combine my green eco-power with the other three sages, and together we'll open the shield door surrounding the precursor robot.
Yeah, that sounds like a good start. And then after you guys open that shield, what are you gonna do about the robot?
Nothing, Daxter. We have to keep the shield open. It's up to you two to figure out how to destroy the robot.
Oh, great. I get to help the guy that turned me into a furball destroy the only person who can turn me back!
First, save the world. Then we'll try to convince Gol to help Daxter.
You're too late, sailors. Once I possess limitless dark ego, I will have the key to creation itself.
So cool.
This is madness! Releasing that much dark ego will destroy everything we know. Just look what it's done to you!
It has given us a beauty beyond anything you could understand.
Beauty? Have you two looked in the mirror lately?
Got him.
Just wait until we open the silos, little one. You think short and fuzzy is bad.
And to think
Okay, but on the
you
real,
traveled all this way for my help.
what do you think,
Enjoy your
that,
front row
Gol
seats
and Maia,
to
the, like,
recreation of the world.
oh,
what do I think about Gol and
Bring the
Maia?
elevator up.
Yeah, what do you think about Gol and Maia?
Well, I think that Gol's a giant prick, dude. I think.
Well, of course they're terrible. They did
Are you kidding me?
Oh! Just load the game. Just load the game.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Okay, don't worry. We can find out where it is. I think it's probably on the very top of all those rotating pieces.
Are there orbs?
There are eggs on those.
Oh my god.
Do not worry about it at all. I mean, this is one of those games where you're not gonna memorize every single one. But
I just.
we try.
Oh hey, the robot's gone. That's cool.
What? Wait, what? Hold on, I'm not at my computer. Did you just discover a bug?
No, I mean, we broke the shield, but the robot's gone.
Yeah, but like, the robot...
It saved after I got the green sage's orb.
So, is it going to,
Well,
let
currently...
you get up?
Yeah. You have to, like, take an elevator or something. Unfortunately for the entire rest of the world, Dark Eco is now currently flooding it while I'm trying to get these last 3 orbs.
Of course.
The screams of millions of civilians, like, people on Alderaan. I know Star Wars. Oh, why would I do that? Oh, so if you pull back, if you pull back and hit the jump button, you just kind of let go of the platform. We've seen that animation a couple of times.
Honestly, I really love the heft that animation portrays.
Which one?
The jumping backwards. It seems like there's real leverage when you're hanging on the ledge and you drop. Because Jak does this kind of like a body wave.
I'm not going to do it so close to the thing. I'm going to spin around just to see if I can find an orb on this level. So we've got a second.
Yeah.
Did you want to talk about anything while we're going?
Well, I had a interesting day at work, I suppose.
Yeah.
So first of all, in the morning, me and my coworker were up on the. I work at a place that builds ships, and we were at the top, and we looked down and saw some dolphins in the water. So that was a very great start to my day. But you know, so I was in very high hopes the whole day. I felt really good, and don't get me wrong, today's been a great day, but this was just such a weird thing that happened. So you know, I work on construction on ships, so we get a new guy in our crew, and I'm kind of showing this guy around, end of the day comes along, and I'm like, I'm gonna show this guy where the place where we get our tools is. So I take him down to this tool room that's like way away from the ship. It's the main one where they always have everything. And I go down and I ask them for a 12-volt battery charger. And it's just this younger man and this older man, and the older man has obviously worked here for a while. He just had the look of him. He knew what he was doing. And the younger guy seemed pretty new, and I had my fresh, brand new guy with me. and I was like, hey, can I get this charger? And there you go. Oh, beautiful. And so I ask him for the charger, and he goes, yeah, sure. And the guy in the back, who's, he's chilling out, looks at me, and he says, excuse me, sir, can I ask you a question? I say, of course, sir, please do. And he says, why do you need a 12-volt charger? And I say, well, when I was here, they had a impact drill and a battery, but they didn't have the charger. And he said, is that so? I said, oh, yes, sir. And he then continues. I was like, well, they're supposed to give you all three at the same time. You have to check out you check out the individual items, but they're supposed to give you all three. And I was like, oh, that's, I didn't know that. Appreciate you for telling me. And then he keeps going, right? And he said, if you had the charger, then you'd have to get an order from your supervisor, and you'd have to mark it as lost before you got a new one. I'm sorry, I'm holding the game. I'll wrap this up real quick. But he basically then accuses me of stealing some kind of drill, he accuses me of stealing a drill or a battery, and then tells me, like, if you have this, then we're gonna have a talk with your general supervisor, not just your supervisor. And he's like, at first I thought he was mad at the previous people for giving me just the drill and the battery, but then he started pointing his finger at me, and I was like, what is going on? And he's like, and I don't know what the hell you're thinking, going over here, and you're taking these tools, and it was very odd. This never happens. And he looks over at the younger guy working, and he goes, hey, check if he has a drill checked out, check if he has a battery. And the guy, he's like, check if he has a charger. And the guy's like, yeah, he has a drill, yeah, he's battery, he doesn't have a charger. And he looks over at me, he's like, you got lucky. And I'm like, what? I said, I was like, have a nice day, sir. And then I leave with my charger. And the worst part about this is this new guy's first day, and now he's scared to go to the tool room for anything, because he literally saw a guy accuse me of stealing, swear at me, and basically threaten my job just for going to get a battery charger.
You know what that new guy's not gonna do? Steal a drill charger.
Yeah, he's not gonna steal nothing. But yeah, that was just such an odd experience. It's kind of funny. It's just like, I wonder what was going on in that guy's life to make him do something like that.
Well, he was just simply appreciating your luck.
I suppose.
Because you got lucky.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I think the first time I did this when I was a kid, it took me like a good 10 times. Maybe more. Also, I don't think I really like the noise they chose for the precursor artifacts scream, which was just like a lurker thing. But I ain't gonna let that affect my game. But that was just because everything about this fight is just a big culmination of what I love about this game. Just first of all, they always introduce new monsters, new dynamics at every corner. You never fight a monster like this in the game, I don't think.
so either. I mean, these are just, you know, lurkers with extra spikes.
Well, but yeah, there's never a monster where if you hit it, it deals damage to you, except for in a boss room, in the jungle boss room with the plant boss. That's the only other time you get a creature that deals damage to you.
There's that frog with spikes.
I forgot about that one. Also, is there ever a boss fight where... Oh my goodness gracious. Is there ever a boss fight where there's like rings that come out like that? Oh, I guess lava boss, but still. I just liked how they had a piece of content for each area that they really wanted to magnify. I feel like that doesn't happen.
Like, these bombs never happen, and, you know, the lasers and everything, like, it really is a unique asset dedicated to each.
Yeah, that is what I mean. I think that's probably one of the best things.
I'm gonna eat this super delicious food that my wife is
That is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful.
For people that don't know, she's the best.
Finish the boat off once for all!
Even if you have a wife and your wife is the best, not as best as my wife.
Not as best as Sheldon.
Yeah, number one wife mug.
I mean, honestly, does anybody watching's wife have a picture of Starry Night of the dog in it? That, very artistic person. I admire that.
Oh, you're supposed to shoot it. For those of you curious about the food, by the way, it's a bowl of tempura shrimp ramen.
Oh.
It smells so good, and I'm gonna beat them this time because I really want to take a bite of it.
I don't know, Joe. Got 2 more stages to go through? No, you got a couple more stages to go through. Parts.
Next up is the revenge nudes stage where they post my nudes as revenge.
Oh yes.
And it,
The Gol and Maia.
I have to.
Jak and Daxter.
I must struggle in order to create
It does exist.
They must not be allowed to get it!
I have to struggle to reclaim my social media presence.
Or, might stop that robot. Stay fuzzy, save the world. Choices. Okay, fine. We'll save the world. But do it quickly before I change my mind.
Thank you, Gol and Maia, for letting us have that discourse. Oh. You thought you could just give me the sploinky yoinky? Uh-oh. Oh no. There it went.
Oh.
It changed to daytime.
Yes. Well, it's because it was the dark eco fumes that were covering the world. See that it's still purple?
Well, it looks like I may have been too hard
Master
on you
of this
boys.
game.
You do have what it takes to be heroes.
Oh, thanks,
but
buddy.
Daxter, now we can't change you back.
Don't worry about me, baby. You know what they say. Big things come in small packages.
Jack, you
Naughty
have
Dog
an incredible
including
talent
that.
for channeling eco. Samos, you may have been right about this one after all.
And Kira, without your help and ingenuity, none of this would have been possible. Perhaps we've found another sage, now that Gol and Maia are lost.
Yes, Gol and Maia. The Dark Eco probably destroyed them. Probably.
Ah, who cares? Bring 'em on! We can take 'em again, right, Jack? I said, right, Jack? Wow!
Twice?
Put it on ice, big guy!
Biggest tragedy.
Where's my secret ending?
You gotta wait till the credits. Oh man, I just.
Oh, there we go.
Ugh.
Andy Gavin, Jason Rubin, Bob Raffay, Justin Monas, Charlotte Francis, Stephen White, Greg Oni. These are my Patreons, by the way.
Is it your Patreon? Yeah.
Yeah, they put this fan game together for me.
Oh, of course. Where's Jak and Daxter Man 69? I don't see them.
He subscribed after the game was made.
Hmm.
Greg Griffith, that's one of the Mick Elroys.
Osiris, of course. Praise Osiris, our lord. We put them at the end of the list because, you know, best for last.
Bruce Swanson coming at us with the sound effects.
Oh yeah, I can't forget about Bruce Swanson.
Oh yeah, let's look at these names right here.
E. Snyder. I couldn't think of anything. Okay. I have to look up if William Minkin has done anything else for the Farmer voice.
Maybe.
William Minkin.
We are hoping to see like a professional voice actor name that I recognize.
You know what? William Minkin is an American comedy singer and recording artist.
John DeCrosta is the Blue Sage, who sounded familiar.
Did it give Samos yet?
Oh yeah, he was like number 2.
Oh man.
Because he narrates the opening.
Oh, William Minkin actually voices in the later games as well.
Credits. The post-credit scene that I got from 100%ing the game this time for real. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it doesn't happen, I snap the disc in half.
No, you're gonna get it. You'll get the true hero ending.
This is the gamer chair. I'm currently sitting in my wife's chair because she got this white and pink gamer chair, and I'm gaming right now.
That's the only way to do it, really. I mean,
That's my office chair. I use that for the office. This is the gaming chair. I need to be in a specific chair, otherwise I'm not a gamer. It specifically,
Honestly.
we specifically bought a gamer chair.
how are you a gamer if you don't have a chair that is priced up by $300 and has cat ears on it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, ours didn't come with cat ears. We had to put them on ourselves.
Oh, yes. I mean, did you use like real cat ears or?
Yeah, the local catboy population has been skyrocketing, so we do our part.
We do our part, you know.
It's an
We don't
invasive
want them to
species.
suffer and starve, you know.
An invasive species.
Yeah, I mean, really. Honestly, you should see Florida's catboy population. It just absolutely, I mean, just devastates the local Chad ecosystem.
Oh, there's a kind of fish. I think it's a fish, and it comes in like 3 different kinds. there's like the females, who, you know, tend to have partners. And then there are 3 different kinds of males. There's the blue male who is able to defend his partner, but only has 1 partner. There's the alpha male who has a bunch of different female partners, but doesn't care about any of them too much. And then there's the one that looks like the female fish, and like sneaks around with all of the big one's consorts because he doesn't care about them too much. But he can't get with the blue fish's lady because the blue fish protects his lady at all costs.
You know, that's actually that's funny. That's a Futurama episode too. Like they made a thing based off of that.
Is it really? Is that from the new season?
No. It was an old.
Huh.
I think I found the fish. The ocellated wrasse.
Now that's a name. If you came up to me and told me your name was Ocellated Wrasse, I'd drop to my knees on the spot.
Learn about the 3 types of ocellated wrasse males in the video from Nature. Animal Homes. Large male ocellated wrasse builds an algae nest to attract females, but after so it's, if you want to learn more about these 3 types of males, look up ocellated wrasse. Okay, here we go.
Holy yakko! What could that be?
Wow! It's an ancient precursor door. It looks like it will only open if we fill all 100 holes with power cells.
We're heroes, remember? We have 100 power cells.
Here we go. I've been waiting since age 6 for this.
Wow! What is it?
It's so beautiful.
By the precursors.
Wait, is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
2 seconds later from that, after they open up the pearly gates, God steps down and they're unable to perceive his true form, and all 4 of them vaporize instantly.
Well, actually, Chell, if you start the second game, the answer to what that is immediately answered.
Are you kidding me?
I am not. It is the beginning cutscene. So the only way to truly transition for the first to the second game and know what is going on is if you get the true hero ending.
I see. Well, I guess that means that I'll have to pick this up from Jak and Daxter 2. Oh,
look at that 100%.
oh my goodness. Do you see this? Do you see this? This was my original attempt to 100% this. I started this in 2019, just because I found my old PS2. We had just moved, I found my old PS2, I decided this was the time I was going to do it. 2 hours and 3 minutes.
You did that one in 0 minutes.
Okay, see, this is what happened with my other 2 save files. This is what happened with my first run of this game. I was at like 40% and it did this. And, oh?
I don't know where it's gonna spawn you. I think it might spawn you at the final boss again.
Interesting.
Or not.
We are, we are looking for the time. 0 minutes, 0 seconds. I'm the best at this game. How is that? Did I not have the time set? I don't have the
No.
time set on my PlayStation 2.
Oh, that makes sense.
Since this save slot, I have moved a little bit again, and my PS2 did not register that. That's okay. That's okay.
Well, let's see what happens when you go back, because I've never, I guess, reloaded a save from this point. Oh, okay.
You just get the final cutscene again. Well, thank you so much, master of this game. You are truly an inspiration for me to 100% this game, and I'm glad this was the first game I 100%ed in my Twitch career.
I am glad to be there. I am so glad that I was here to see this. I thank you for the privilege of being here.
Oh, it's always great to have you, buddy. I am going to go ahead and get some food in my belly, because this looks so great. It's like a soft-boiled egg, green onions, enoki mushrooms, bok choy, tempura shrimp, all on a bed of fresh rice noodles. Sheesh.
That sounds so good.
This is a mukbang channel now.
Mukbang channel now. Can we make some slurping for the mic?
Don't be too triggered. We're about to get a crunchy bite. Crunchy mic bite.
Oh my goodness! I didn't expect it to actually register.
Shout out to Blue Yeti for making a microphone that has lasted me a decade and still does its job.
Shout out to these colors in the background of these credits. That has literally shaped my my preference on colors of things. I shit you not, this is probably the, like any game where you can customize a character, one of the eyes is one of the dark purple and one of the other eyes is like the magenta, like every time. I mean, purple's my favorite color because of this game, really.
Did the dark eco get you with its influence like it did Daxter?
I mean, I might be one of a Daxter creature, whatever the hell.
Ot soul.
Yeah,
He's half
that's
otter,
right.
half weasel.
You will never see my face, so Oxel. That is what I am.
Little do you know, we just killed Simon's last hope at returning back to human. Now he has to go move on to pest control.
Well, see, but listen, you understand that, you know, big things come in small packages, you know, so I think it works out for me.
I actually had the Daxter game, and I played through it and finished it.
How was that? Because that is probably the only Jak and Daxter game that I care to play that I have not.
Daxter is more like Jak and Daxter than Jak 2, I think.
Then I need to play it. Because Jak 2, although was very fun, very funnily enough, was influenced heavily by, I watched a video on this. It was about how games of the time period were affected by Grand Theft Auto.
It is very
because of
evident.
its popularity. So it was like they wanted Grand Theft Auto and Shadow the Hedgehog in a game. So they made Jak and Daxter 2 with guns, of course. So.
And the ability to steal and drive cars.
Yeah.
The critique of Jak and Daxter 2 is Jak and Daxter San Andreas.
Yes. Honestly, nothing can beat the original Precursor Legacy. 2 is probably the weakest out of the three. but it is necessary to understand what's going on in 3. So I please play through it. I would love to see it. I'd love to appear on it from time to time, if the audience likes it.
Well,
yeah, that's pretty much it.
you know, our YouTube audience has no choice.
Oh, of course. Forgot about that. I mean, you know, YouTube trash. Hey, YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe. And also, like, you know, kiss my big toe. You know, whatever.
Now, I don't condone any of this.
You don't. No. Like and subscribe. And turn. See that little bell notification? Turn that on right now.
This episode sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow Legends.
I will say, though, for those of you who are still watching in this credit scene, like Marvel fans, please
Excluding all of our audience.
have a good day. Have a good week. Have a good evening. I really hope that something beautiful happens to you this week. Something
I hope
that
you see
need.
some dolphins this week.
I hope to chat with my friend Simon again soon.
Aww.
Goodbye. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for seeing Jak and Daxter through all the way with me. I hope this was useful to anybody who needs footage or who wants to just know. Love ya. Bye.